So now is the time to get your website and opt-in forms ready for all the signups that will soon be coming your way once we start really promoting your lead magnet. And so we're going to start with a homepage form. And now let's take a closer look at a web form or a sign-up form. And this is, of course, your most basic list building tool. And there's a few types of forms, fixed bar, there's an image box, an exit pop-up, or a scroll form. And you can choose from all these different types of forms that will fit your business needs as you continue to grow. But we're going to focus just on a pretty basic form for this first lesson. And regardless of the type of form that you use on your site, they usually consist of about 4 elements: the title of the form, a value proposition, what's in it for the subscriber, a clear explanation, the form fields, so their name, their email address, and a CTA button that calls for them to sign up, subscribe, join now. And you can see in this example there is an incentive, a 10% off coupon and 50 reward points, as well as some social media buttons that allow you to join using social media accounts. This is a pretty specific and has a lot going on, this particular form, and there's not necessarily no universal rule that's going to guarantee the highest conversion. I definitely recommend, as we continue throughout our optimization of our website and our forms, to start A/B testing individual elements of your forms and to see what works best. You can actually start testing with your form fields, because I think we've learned before, the general rule is that the less form fields, the higher the conversion and the more people subscribe. But if you are offering high quality content, your target audience would most likely be willing to share some more information in order to get it. And this way you could use some form fields in a web form to manipulate between the quality and the quantity of the leads. But make sure you only ask for valuable information. If you're not going to use data like city, date of birth, or phone number, don't ask for it. Only ask for the data that you really need and you'll really make use of. And there are the two types of subscription methods: single opt-in and double opt-in. These are the two types of methods of sign up. And so double opt-in is a subscription method that requires subscribers to confirm that they wish to receive email marketing communication. They give their permission. And after they've signed up via a sign-up form or a landing page we'll see later, your subscribers will receive an email automatically with a confirmation link. And we recommend double opt-in because you can be sure that your email list is built with correct email addresses, valid email addresses of people who want and have given their permission explicitly to receive your marketing emails. And once we create your forms, you put them in front of your audience. So in this example today, we're going to be putting them on our website. Make sure our homepage has a sign-up form, but also on the blog is important. You'll be using forms on landing pages that you create. And also in a future lesson, we're going to put our form on our social media channels like Facebook, for example, but also Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You can link to sign-up forms. Basically, the goal is, to eventually have sign-up opportunities, calls to action everywhere your target audience is. Let's first cover some of the optimization, creation tips, or just general ideas to keep in mind, and then we'll get into kind of a more detailed creation and publishing process. So again, the fewer fields, the better. You could actually start thinking about using just a single field, the email address. This is really going to help get you the most signups when it's only one field. But if you want more information about your subscribers, you could follow up a new subscription up with the confirmation email or your welcome email that asks for more details and actually highlights the value in obliging with your request. Your form also should help demonstrate the value. Why should they subscribe to your list? What is in it for them? And remember, we've created our lead magnet, and so we need to kind of start expressing some of that, what they're going to get for signing up here at the beginning, because a lot of people will probably be making it to our form or to our site thinking about our lead magnet as well. You want to keep it simple. So the design of your form, the copy that you include in your CTA should be professional, but also should be super simple to read and understand. Don't try to be overly clever with copy or CTAs. Just lay your cards on the table, tell your visitors exactly what they're going to be getting if they sign up to join you. And so we're going to see it in the account, the various ways you can do it. So we're going to start in our GetResponse account and see the process for creating a form and how to set up our settings. And then we're going to actually be able to go into the WordPress site, so into my example WordPress shop, and be able to see how we use the GetResponse WordPress plugin to actually get the form on our website and some different options that you'll have there. So let's go ahead and see how that's going to work. So we're here in the GetResponse account in the Forms section. So I can choose to create a form here. And you'll see you're gonna have a lot of options from this point. Lots of different templates are gonna be available with all of the different sizes and formats. You can see they're gonna be able to be square, they're gonna be able to be fully horizontal forms, or this kind of more standard size is usually on the sidebar of your website. And also different templates you can choose that have already some copy, some examples, some designs. If it's for example a free download, this is probably what a lot of us have for what our lead magnet's going to be. So you can play around with these. And also, I was talking earlier in the lesson about some of these different types of forms, like a download box form, a shake box, an exit pop-up. We're going to actually experiment with pop-up forms in another lesson. And so I might recommend just keeping it simple, make it be a simple static form this time as well. And the integrations that I'm going to be using to post the form on my site is going to be this WordPress integration. And so if that's what you're going to be using, I definitely recommend to check out the Learn More option here. There's a really good information here. There's going to be an FAQ as well. So look, if you click on the download, it brings you to the full download page with the reviews, the installation process of it, so step-by-step installation for that. So I won't go through that exactly today because I already have the plugin installed, but just go through this if you're using the WordPress integration to get the forms on your site, and you'll be able to see what it is you need to do, and you can get there straight from the forms integration section. So it's super easy and simple. And you can see we also have other integrations as well. So if this is actually what your site is based on rather than WordPress, check those out as well. But I'm going to be using WordPress as my example. And so I can go back to the List Builder Wizard, and actually I already have a form I've been working on, so I'm going to show you that one. So I already have a sign-up form that's on my homepage of my e-commerce shop. I can show you. Visit site. Down here, I've already got that one. I'm going to leave it here. The one I'm going to show you how to do is on the blog. So this is my blog, and this is where I want to add a additional sign-up form that's specifically about my lead magnet, because this is where a lot of my traffic is going to go, is about this area where I'm creating content, not necessarily my e-commerce side. So this is where I'm going to create the homepage for. And so in my GetResponse account, I've got something here I'm working on. And it's horizontal because I've kind of got it worked into my design, and the way I've thought about it is that it will be a horizontal form, so you can see that here. This is just a very basic form, and so I could edit it a bit by saying download, so it's going to say download. People are going to be actually downloading my lead magnet, and then this was kind of a generic copy, so it could say download our recipe directory. Just as an example, I could actually, of course, provide some more information, some more value, but just for this example, so I don't take too much of your time going through, my thought process for how I'm going to actually, include the copy here. I just want to show you kind of the way I'm going to do it. So I want the name and I want the email address, and I'm having it be a horizontal form, but you saw there's lots of other templates based on what's going to work better for your blog or for your homepage. But I think this is going to actually work pretty well for me. Now I'll go to the settings and give it a name. So I'm going to call it homepage horizontal chocolate monster form, so I know what it is. Specify the list. This is my default list in my account where I want to make sure that the people who sign up from this form will go. I want confirmed opt-in on, so they will be sent the confirmation message whenever they submit the form to download. I will leave it to add them into the autoresponder cycle, because in the next lesson we're actually going to be setting up and customizing the confirmation email that is sent whenever someone signs up via this form with confirmed opt-in, and then also then they would receive the welcome message. So we'll do that in the next lesson. So I'll leave this form as yes. I can specify the thank you page, so what page they will see whenever they actually submit the form as well. And then an already subscribed URL. This is basically if someone tries to submit the form twice. All of these right here are the most important ones: the name, the list, the opt-in settings, and also the adding to the autoresponder cycle. So in the next lesson, we're going to customize the message they'll get when they submit. We'll add the welcome message, the first message they should receive from you. And then I'm also going to be customizing the confirmation page, so the page they're redirected to whenever they click the confirmation link. We're going to do that in the next lesson, so I don't have to worry about that. But the thank you page is just what they see. So should they stay on the same page, your homepage of your blog, for example? Do you have a page on your site that you've created that would be good for that, or a custom page as well? So we can save that, because the way it could work is like this, basically like this. This is the default. So whenever they submit the form, it would say thank you. So I could just say, check your inbox and confirm, just very quickly. Then I'll leave it green because the green means success. So I'll basically click save and publish now because my settings are fine. And then your publishing options. And so if you are comfortable in the way that you can update your website is through the JavaScript code and putting it into the source code of your site, totally go for it. Email it to someone if they have access to your code, or GetResponse will host my form. Just gives you a direct link, so that it would just be your form on a blank page. So if you wanted to, for some reason, to create a form like this and send people the link, you totally could that way. It's super easy. You can keep this handy because you may want to be able to access this particular URL as well sometimes. But basically what I need to do is go into my shop here, and I can just confirm for you here that I have the plugin, the GetResponse plugin, activated. So remember, you'll be able to access that in the forms section of your account and choose the integrations area and download the plugin there. Integrate it with your API key, and then GetResponse and WordPress can speak to each other and know which forms you're going to be able to add to your website. And so you could add it to your homepage through a widget if you wanted to. If you've got your theme and everything set up in such a way that it would accommodate for the form on your sidebar. But remember, I'm doing mine as a horizontal form, so it's going to be a bit different. So I can go to my pages that I have. I can go to my home page for my blog. And actually, there's another way. So a widget is a way to add it to my page, but also I can do it from this kind of, and it shows you this on the installation guides for the plugins, that this is another way to be able to add the forms onto your page. And you can see also there's this GR web form integration here. So I can actually drop this down, and I can call it homepage horizontal. This is what I was working on. And so, oops, it kept the other one. So I can do like this. And so this is now the code, the URL and code for that homepage, for that horizontal homepage form. So this is where I want it to go. So I'm going to update it and get it saved. And now this is the homepage for my blog, and you can see I had a nice space for it right here to actually fit in right here, download our recipe directory, name, email, download. And so this would work exactly as I want it to. But if you've got, if it would make more sense to do the sidebar widget, you could do that through the widgets, within your appearance settings in your WordPress site. But for me, I liked it kind of right here in between my posts as a horizontal form. And of course I could, extend it, allow for a bit more copy, but I'm keeping it succinct. And the promo that I give for the lead magnet hopefully will take care of some of the copy. But play around with the copy. This is something, I want you to be thinking about for yourself. But I just want to make sure at the end of today, you have a form on the homepage of the site where you're going to be getting your content going, sending your traffic. This is the most basic, kind of setup process to making sure that people can sign up to join your list, is if you have a homepage. So whether it's through a WordPress integration, manipulating the code yourself, maybe a different integration, just find the way that works for you. But through the GetResponse WordPress integration, it's pretty straightforward and simple to be able to add a form onto your page. And the GetResponse support team is great. And so if you do have any trouble with the WordPress integration or getting the form on your site, please reach out to them. It's 24/7 support. They'll definitely be able to help you make sure that you get your form published. So you shouldn't have any problems with that. And so definitely just focus on that. Focus on creating a nice form, one that looks professional but is very simple, nice looking design, but tells people what they're going to get. And the CTA is sign up, join now, download, applicable to whatever you're going to be promoting about your lead magnet. And so as promised in the next lesson, we are going to customize the confirmation email and also the welcome email that they will receive after they actually fully join your list. And our PDF download for this lesson is going to be some more details about form settings and optimization for your form. So keep that handy. Make sure you create a really nice looking form and then find a way to get it on your homepage. And of course, I recommend the WordPress integration. So I'll see you in the next lesson.